So, good afternoon, YouTube. Hopefully, you're all having a wicked weekend. I will be streaming some career mode on FIFA very shortly on the gaming channel. Link in the description. So, come check that out. We're doing all right on that. We're in the Europa League qualifiers with the worst team on FIFA. We're 4-1 up against Glasgow Rangers in the first leg of the first qualifying round. So, yeah, that's kind of good. Don't forget, go and check out my daily transfer update. I dropped that about an hour or so ago. So go and check that out. We spoke about Lacazette in that one, linked to Atletico Madrid, heavily linked, advanced talk stage. So go and check that out. I'll also be back at 5 o'clock tonight. We're going to speak about Erkan Koçu. So come check that out at 5 o'clock. And then at 9 o'clock, I'll be back again. I will not be streaming FIFA tonight against subscribers. I am so done with that game. That game is dog shit, so I will not be doing that again. But yeah, also, if you are from UK, Ireland, Japan, South Korea, or Brazil, you can get a membership on this channel for absolutely nothing for 1 month if you are on YouTube Premium. So hit the join option just down there. And if you want to become a member anyway, also feel free to join. But before I get into talking about Pape Gueye, I want to speak about Koulibaly. Now, Koulibaly is linked very heavily today with a link to Liverpool, with a move to Liverpool, should I say. Now, Napoli are very cash-strapped. You know, what with what's going on in Italy at the moment and going on in the world at the moment with this pandemic. You know, these Italian clubs are going to feel the pinch massive because a lot of these Italian clubs don't have high revenue streams anyway. I mean, Napoli have got some fantastic players that play for them, but they don't necessarily have the massive mega money income that, say, Juventus would have, or most of the Premier League teams would have. I mean, if you look at Napoli's income, it's nowhere near even a mid-placed Premier League team. You know, the fact that they've got a lot of these players at their clubs, like Koulibaly, is based on the fact that they got them when they were a lot younger. They're not on massive earnings. You know, the Premier League can entice a Koulibaly away from Napoli if the price is right. Now, Arsenal have been linked to Koulibaly a lot over the last 12, 18 months or so, and it's never really come to fruition. We're not going to go and do 80, 90 million quid on a centre-back. That's not Arsenal's style. It never really has been. But the one thing I will say here is Liverpool probably can go and buy this player. You know, Liverpool are run very well. They've not spent a massive amount of money in recent years. Yes, they've spent money in terms of buying a goalkeeper, buying Van Dijk, but that was all covered from the sale of Coutinho. You know, then if you add in if you actually look at their gross spend in 5 years, Liverpool, they've only spent £27 million more than Arsenal in gross spend. That's actually mad. That's basically Sadio Mane. You know, take Mane out of Liverpool, and we're exactly the same, Arsenal, as Liverpool in terms of spend. Look at the difference between the two clubs. And that shows that Liverpool are actually run really well. You know, they go out there and they say, do you know what, Coutinho, you might be our best player. You might be our talisman. You might be the big name in the club. But we're going to sell you, bruv, because we're going to get a massive offer for you. And then we can go and fix two positions that badly needed fixing, i.e. the goalkeeper and the centre-back position. Can they go and buy Koulibaly? I'd say they probably can. And I don't think it's going to cost the 80 or 90 million pounds that it once was. You know, like I said, Napoli are not flush with cash. They've got some good players at that football club, and they're going to have to maybe sell a few of them off to keep going and to keep trying to be up there, and maybe do what Liverpool did, get rid of some of the bigger and better names and go and get some lesser names in that. Well, I say lesser names. Listen, Van Dijk was class. Alisson, was he great? Yes, he was. He was a decent keeper. He has elevated levels since being at Liverpool, but you know, I think Napoli might have to go down that same route of getting rid of a Koulibaly, getting rid of an Insigne, a Callahan, players like that. You know, Allen, players like that. Maybe they have to get rid of them and then maybe start again. I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Do you think that Koulibaly will end up at Liverpool? If so, how much do you think that will cost? Leave all of that in the comment section down below. I'd love to know your thoughts on that. Let's move on to Pape Gueye. Pape Gueye signed for Watford the other day. Again, another one that Arsenal were linked to all of January. Basically, we didn't get it done. The 21-year-old joined Watford on a 5-year deal, and it's a bit of a madness, if I'm being honest. You know, his agent's come out since this deal went through and has basically said the deal is illegal. He said it's an illegal deal. And the reason his agent's come out is it wasn't the agent that struck the deal. That agent no longer represents the client. Yeah, it's now a new agent. Basically, this agent is coming out and saying that this was all done and dusted under illegal means, in terms of the deal was struck before the January transfer window opened. So everyone was thinking, oh, cool, Arsenal were linked to him, when actually this guy was actively seeking and tying up a deal with Watford before the transfer window was even open in January, which this agent is now claiming is null and void and it shouldn't be done, and we can take him to court and stuff like that. This is his exact quotes. He says he never chose to go to Watford. This is a guy called Pierre-Henry Bovis. He's a lawyer and an agent of Pape Gueye. He says, at the time, it seemed like the end of the matter in terms of him being linked to Arsenal and blah, blah, blah. Bovis is arguing that they may have to take legal action because his previous agent, Bakary Sanogo, I don't know if he's any relation to Yaya, misrepresented him. Gueye believes that Sanogo acted in his own interests and not that of the player, Bovis said. Pape never chose Watford. Bakary Sanogo spoke with Watford and negotiated the contract, which was provisionally signed. That is all. I found abnormal elements in this case, which could mean that I bring it to court. I would like to discuss the contract with Watford, but if we do not go further in discussions with them, we may be forced to take legal action. For the moment, we're in talks with the club. He then went on to say there's irregularities in the contract. He alleges that there's evidence to suggest the negotiations took place before January the 1st, which is what I've just said. That's illegal without permission from Le Havre, the club that he used to play for. It's clear that Pape Gueye is unhappy with Watford or the terms they're offering. If he wasn't, there'd be no need to make a fuss over details like this. Now, wow, that is some claim. And I'll tell you something, right? This is madness. I've never known anything like this before. The fact that he's moved to Watford, his agent's done the deal with Watford. Surely the players had to sign the contract. Surely that's had to have happened somewhere down the line. Has he been duped into signing the contract? If he's been duped into signing it, listen, he's only a young kid. He's 21 years old. Has he been duped into signing it on the back of his agent saying, yeah, everything's fine, mate. I've checked it out legally. The legalities of the contract are fine. Everything's sweet, blah, blah, blah. Or is this a case of, actually, we've realised Watford are not the big club that I was probably sold the dream of, and Arsenal could have been the dream move for me, but I was duped into it because the agent got more money out of me signing for Watford than he would have if I'd gone to Arsenal. Maybe this is a little bit of sour grapes on the players' behalf, or maybe it is genuinely true that this was an illegal deal, but the player's been duped into signing it. Either way, this story is absolutely mad. And I didn't expect this to come out. I thought, oh, okay, well, Arsenal have lost out on a youngster that we were looking to sign in January. Now this has all come out. Watford have announced the deal, and now this story comes out. And it's a bit of a crazy one. I'd love to know your thoughts on this. What do you guys think? Leave it all in the comment section down below. Don't forget, I will be streaming FIFA at about 3:30, 4 today. Career mode, come check that out. Get involved. Gaming channel in the description. Check out the socials as well. Fully go and check them out. I will be back at 5 o'clock on this channel as well. I'll be talking about Okan Kochu. He's linked to Arsenal again today. And then I'll be back at 9 o'clock. And like I said, if you want to become a member of the channel, hit the join option down below. And if you're from the UK, Ireland, Brazil, South Korea, or Japan, and you have YouTube Premium, you get that for free for 1 month. So make sure you come and take part in that. All have a wicked Saturday, whatever it is you're doing. I'm out of here. Laters, peeps.